Hello and welcome to the draw for the 2020 CONCACRAP Championships here in sunny Barbados. So we're going to kick off by drawing pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4 into the corresponding groups of Group A, B, C and D. So we'll start off with our first nation, which is the hosts, Barbados, who are going to be in Group A. So there we go, Barbados are in Group A. Right, so the first team from pot 1 will go into Group B. So would you like to draw that side, Sam?
So the first team in Group B is going to be St Kitts and Nevis.
There you go, St Kitts and Nevis, or Nevis. Right, so the next side to be in Group C out of pot 1 is, I don't know who this is, Antigua and Barbuda.
Good side.
Antigua and Barbuda go into Group C. And finally,
that means that the first side in Group D are the Dominican Republic.
Okay, so that is all the sides out of pot 1, and you should see where they have all been placed in the 4 groups. So the next pot is pot 2. So let Sam kick this one off.
So this is to
join Barbados, and this will be the opening game of the tournament on Friday, the 2nd of October.
And the opening game of the tournament will be Barbados versus Puerto Rico.
Interesting. Barbados versus Puerto Rico.
Should be quite an interesting tie, that one.
Should be exciting. So the side joining St Kitts and Nevis in Group B will be Belize. Belize will be joining St Kitts and Nevis in Group B.
Enticing encounter. And the side in Group C who will be joining whomever they were playing in Group C will be St Vincent and the Grenadines. Can't forget the Grenadines there, can we, James?
Yes, not at all. Commonly known as St Vincent a lot of the time, but we will not forget the Grenadines. Finally, final team out of pot 4 to join Group D is Grenada.
They'll be playing the Dominican Republic, I believe.
Yes, we will see the graphic on the screen to see where those sides have been placed from Group A to Group D. Okay, so I will draw the first side out of pot 3, which will be going into Group A with Barbados and Puerto Rico. Who will that be? Trying to give him a good shake. This side will be the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands.
An interesting side there.
A very unknown. It tends to be in these lower pots.
So the third side in Group B will be Aruba. Not the Red Car nightclub, but the nation itself.
Aruba with their Dutch ancestry, I believe. And third side in Group C will be the Bahamas. The Bahamas are in Group C. And the final side out of pot 3.
And the third side making it into Group D, of course, is Dominica. And I believe they will be facing the Dominican Republic in this tournament. In that case.
That is very thrilling then. That's a game to look forward to.
Provoke some scenes in that tie.
Yes. So we'll move on to pot 4. We will see where those sides have been placed from pot 3 across the 4 groups. So the final side in Group A are the British Virgin Islands. The British Virgin Islands are in Group A.
The final side joining the sides in Group B will be the US Virgin Islands. Both the Virgin Island teams drawn 2 picks apart there.
Yes. And the final side in Group C is Anguilla. Anguilla at the final side in Group C. So that
just leaves one team to be drawn. We'll go into Group D, and that is the Turks and Caicos Islands.
So
Final team rounding out the CONCACRAP group stages.
So that concludes the draw of the CONCACRAP. You will see the completed groups on your screen. It's going to be an exciting tournament beginning Friday the 2nd of October with our opening game between Barbados and Puerto Rico.
So James, just really quickly before we go here, obviously it's bound to be an absolutely cracking tournament, and as you said earlier, we don't really know much about these sides, but if you had to pick a winner based off the clubs that you already do know a little bit about, or a couple of the players, who would you go for?
I think you've got to not look much further than the Dominican Republic with the likes of Mariano up front, the Real Madrid man. I think he's probably the player to look out for. And Barbados, the host, who did fabulously well in the Crap World Cup 2018, they should be up there hosting the tournament. But as we've seen with our previous tournaments, we haven't had a host win a tournament as of yet.
Yeah, it should be a great occasion here in the Caribbean, and hopefully it'll be a chance for these nations to showcase some of their ability, because these are the sort of nations that you never will see at a World Cup. So this is probably the biggest chance for silverware for a lot of these countries.
And of course, Crap World Cup qualification on the line for just under 2 years' time. So looking forward to that.
See you on October the 2nd.